Hi, Patrick here. Have Cheetah Will View. Uh, it's a cold, blustery Monday night here in southeastern Michigan. It is 10 degrees. It is 10 degrees. Uh, so we're here on a Monday night. And what are we talking about? It's too early for Dollar Tree Theater, and you're right, it is. We will be dropping our Dollar Tree Theater tomorrow. But I thought since I'm trying to watch a little bit more films and do a little bit more reviews, that I would talk about a movie that we watched over the past weekend. Um, One that really surprised me, actually. I really enjoyed it. And so I thought, well, you know what? We should talk about it because probably not that many people really do. So the movie we're talking about today is 2017's The Resurrection of Gavin Stone. The Resurrection of Gavin Stone is stars Brett Dalton as Gavin Stone. It also features Anjelah Johnson-Reyes as Kelly Richardson, uh, Neil Flynn as Waylon Stone, D.B.Sweeney as Pastor Alan Richardson, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels as Doug, um, and this is a very this is a faith-based movie. That's what these movies are called. They're faith-based movies, and basically the story's one where Brett Dalton plays Gavin Stone, who was a huge child star with a catchphrase, and he's very popular as a kid. But now he has grown up. He's in his 30s, and that train has long left, and he's just basically just lost, stumbling along in life, getting in trouble, and you know, basically burning whatever bridges he has left, and those bridges aren't very many. So he finds himself back in his hometown. He came out to see a football game, and he ended up trashing up a hotel room, and so he was looking at either jail time or doing 200 hours of community service. And so he decides to do community service, and he gets assigned to go to a church. Um, and at first, he goes inside, he meets the pastor, Pastor Richardson, played by D.B.Sweeney, and D.B.Sweeney is Pastor Richardson is a fair guy. He doesn't prejudge anybody. He wants to give everybody a second chance. So he tells Gavin that's what he's going to do. Gavin then has to go back home to his dad's house because he needs a place to stay, even though that they had a bitter parting when Gavin wanted to be emancipated from his parents when he was younger. But his dad still loves him and actually welcomes him in home. He never understood quite what happened between the two of them. So Gavin starts off with, he's basically doing menial chores around the church, cleaning and mopping floors and whatnot. And then he meets this young lady who's running a play, during a play of Jesus' story. And so he gets involved in the play. He likes her, so he wants to get involved in the play. So he tells Pastor Richardson that he'd be better off helping out the play, since that's his strength, than he would pushing him up. And Pastor Richardson says, "Yeah, if it's all right if it's all right with the theater manager, the stage manager, that's fine. You go right ahead." So he comes on and he joins the crew who's going to be putting together the play, and that includes Doug, who's played by Shawn Michaels, who's actually very good in this. Wow, I gotta tell you, it was a revelation. I never seen him do any acting before, and yeah, he was really good. Uh, so he plays a soft-hearted. Um, it says here ex-con on the cover, but in the movie it never mentions that at all. I don't think that's really who his character was. They didn't mention it at all. He just mentions that He works as a mechanic. He has a shop, and he's a really good guy. And he's trying to strengthen his walk. But Gavin doesn't know what a Christian is. That's one of the requirements of working in the play, is that you sort of have to be a Christian in order to understand it. And since Gavin has no idea what that means, he really can't fake his way into it. He tries, but they sort of know on the outside that he's struggling. But he does try. He tries to do it right. He tries to get all the attention upon himself. And Kelly, who's the Kelly Richardson, who's the stage manager, the play manager, has to explain to Gavin that Jesus was humble and he wasn't a bombastic, self-centered actor. And so it's all about everybody working together. And slowly but surely, Gavin starts to get it. He starts to understand. And he's got fellowship. He's got good friends. Doug, along with his friend John. Along with a gentleman named Tim Frank, who plays John Mark, and a couple of fellows. They embrace Gavin and welcome inside their little circle or brotherhood, and that helps him. It helps him a lot. Even helping him with his father. Even though there's been past bitterness between the two of them, now they starting to reconcile. Things seem to go really well, and he's working off his 200 hours really, really quick. And he finds that as this time comes up, he doesn't necessarily want to leave. But then he gets a call from his manager who says there's this hot director that wants Gavin for a big Hollywood project. And so this director calls him and says, I want you. I created this part just for you. It's a chance for you to get back into the game. But the only catch is that you have to be here tomorrow, which is only 3 days away from the play. So Gavin has a choice to make. He has to decide whether he wants to go back to his old life, get back in the game, try to chase that fleeting fame back down, or stay and continue to grow roots here in the community and his church. And so it's not as easy as you would think. And so that's really, is the resurrection for real, or is the resurrection just a flash in the pan? And that's the question. So, like I said before I started the interview, I really like this movie. I liked this movie a lot. I thought it was really well done. I was skeptical at first, to be honest with you. This is put out by Universal Pictures, and I'm very leery of Hollywood actors doing these types of movies. In fact, Brett Dalton even said in the interview that he did that he's not necessarily a church-going person. He's not really a faith person, you don't want an actor, just an actor, to do this job. When you do movies like this, it really helps to have people who actually do believe in what's being said. It's not just a job. And that's the problem with faith-based movies these days, is a lot of these movies are they're basically being taken over by actors. In fact, Blumhouse is actually behind this movie. Jason Blum from Blumhouse, all the scary movies, he threw his weight behind this. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm just stating my opinion about how I look at these types of movies. I see this movie more along as a Hallmark movie. It's really gentle, really kind. There's, it's. In fact, one of the most amazing things at it is, even in a Hallmark movie, the hero and the heroine will share a kiss at the end of the movie. that doesn't happen in the Resurrection of Gavin Stone. They played it all the way straight, all the way through. It's a chase relationship. He is going to have to earn this girl's heart and do it the right way, do the Christian way. Supporting staff, the supporting cast is just super strong. Now, I never heard. This is the first time I ever saw Anjelah Johnson-Reyes. She's really cute and bubbly. In fact, she'd be a perfect Hallmark leading lady. Of course, D.B.Sweeney, we all know him. He played Terry in Spawn. Yes. So, we all know him, and he was really good in this, too. And, of course, Brett Dalton, many of us know from the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., where he played Grant Ward, who turned against his team. And so we got that. So and Brett Dalton was really strong in this as well. He played Gavin perfectly. And Neil Flynn, whose character, the janitor on Scrubs, which I absolutely can't stand. So this is like one of the first times I've ever seen him outside of Scrubs. And I thought he did a really good job. He has a lot of heart. I liked his dad. His dad was, Waylon Stone was a really good character, well thought out. I wish they could explore the dynamic between the two of them a little bit more. That would have been really nice. But can't get everything right. Like I said before, Shawn Michaels was really strong. Really good. I hope he does more. I know that Shawn Michaels is a born-again Christian, and I know that I know that he likes doing these types of things, and his faith is very important to him, and it really comes across the screen like that. This movie was actually directed by Dallas Jenkins. Dallas Jenkins' father is Larry B. Jenkins, who wrote the Left Behind series books, and they made a couple of movies of those. But he is the son of Larry B. Jenkins, and this movie's really well directed. It gets to the point. There's no wasted effort or movement. I thought it was really strong. Like I said, it's a very gentle movie all the way through. Even the crisis at the end of the movie, which you always expect, was handled really well, and leaves you with a lot of hope. And this is a movie I enjoyed very much, and be nice to see a little bit more of them. Special features. There's some interviews behind here, making of some interviews that I recommend. Well done. Me and the Cheetah, we gave this movie a thumbs up. We recommend it, and so there you go. So if you've seen the movie, The Resurrection of Gavin Stone, drop a comment down below. I'd like to hear what you think about it. And in fact, if you ever watched any faith-based movies, I'd like to know your opinion about that too. Tell me which movies you liked. Tell me which movies you don't like, or what do you like about them or not about them. Do you feel that Hollywood has corrupted the genre, or do you think that or you think small independent movies can still be made? Let me know. This is not my first faith-based movie I've reviewed. I've reviewed several on the blogs, including I got one here called National Anthem Girl. I'll put a link down to that and to my blog, and you guys can go down there and see what you can see that about the movies I've written about. Thank you for your time for listening to this 15 minutes. If you're new to the channel, please consider giving us a sub. We are at 500 plus, but we still need still want you to sub to us. We need you. We want you. We welcome you. Hit the notification bell. They'll tell you whenever we do something like this, pop up and do an interview, or review, or interview, or whatnot, and leave a comment down below. So thank you very much for your time, and catch you on the next one. Peace.